This movie, adapted from Joe Hill's short story, ambitiously reimagines Abraham Van Helsing as a flawed, domineering father whose vampire-hunting legacy masks a darker domestic horror. While the film's premise, questioning the heroism of a horror icon through the lens of familial trauma, holds potential, it falters under a plodding pace, repetitive narrative, and a misleading promise of empiric thrills that never materialize, leaving viewers stranded in a visually striking but emotionally hollow experience. Set in 1915 on an isolated California ranch, the film centers on Abraham Van Helsing and his family, Mina and their sons, Max and Rudy, who live in seclusion to escape the lingering shadow of Dracula. Mina's mysterious illness, possibly tied to her past with the vampire, fuels Abraham's paranoia. The story, told largely through Max's perspective, probes the unsettling possibility that Abraham's obsession with vampirism is a delusion, casting him as the true monster within the home. The film's strengths lie in its aesthetics and Titus Welliver's commanding performance. The movie's cinematography paints the California foothills with a haunting, Western-inspired beauty, using wide shots and shadowy interiors to underscore the family's isolation. Welliver's Abraham is a chilling blend of stoic authority and unhinged menace, his gruff delivery and intense presence making every scene with him feel fraught with danger. Jocelin Donahue's Mina, though underutilized, brings a fragile intensity, while Brady Hepner's Max and Judah Mackey's Rudy convey the boys' growing unease, though their performances occasionally feel stilted. However, this movie struggles to sustain its 90-minute runtime. The minimalist approach, confined to the Van Helsing homestead, becomes a liability as the narrative leans heavily on dialogue to convey dread, resulting in repetitive scenes of Abraham's rants and the boys' whispered fears. The pacing crawls through the first two acts with long stretches of silence and domestic routine that fail to build suspense. The film's horror, rooted in themes of inherited trauma and domestic abuse, is conceptually compelling but feels underdeveloped, with the script relying on vague implications rather than tangible stakes. Moments of supernatural imagery, like brief dream sequences, are too sparse to satisfy expectations set by the Dracula story subtitle, leaving vampire fans feeling shortchanged. The third act's shift to violence offers a brief jolt, but it arrives too late and lacks the emotional weight to redeem the earlier lethargy. The film's marketing, which emphasizes its Dracula connection, sets false expectations, as vampirism is more a metaphor than a presence. Comparisons to atmospheric horrors like 1922 or Nosferatu only highlight this movie's lack of intensity and narrative cohesion. Despite the director's clear directorial vision and the cast's efforts, the film feels like an overstretched short story, unable to translate its source material's bite into a cinematic experience. Beautifully shot but frustratingly subdued, this movie is a slow burn that never catches fire, leaving viewers with a sense of wasted potential. It's not worth to spend time to watch this. We do not recommend this movie at all.